But in this case, call option, it is a right to buy. So when
it's less than a contract, so you can still, you have to pay a fees, but you can get outside of the contract regulation.
So yes, you're right, Florian. So in this call option, so whoever have the right to buy, he must pay the premium. So those who buy the call option, it means they buy the right, right? It's my right, it's my option to buy from you or not. It means the seller of call option is at disadvantage. So in order to compensate, we give him premium. So premium is received by seller of call option. So remember, call option is a separate contract and put option is separate contract, right? But the nature of the contract is that it is optional. So if that person who has a right, he can exercise it, he can make this obligation or back off from its obligation. So if this contract is call option, so that person who buy the call option, he must pay the premium, right? And that person who sell the call option, he will receive the premium, right? Okay, now let me just clear this mess. So if the spot exchange rate is greater than the strike price, the option is in the money. So right to buy. So when you enter into a contract of right to buy, you predict that in spot market, the rate will go up. In spot market, exchange rate will go up, so that at the end of expiration of the option contract, you buy from this strike price, I've denoted with X. You buy at the price and sell it in the market, right? So whenever the spot price is greater than the exercise price or strike price, the call option is in the money. In the money means you have to pay more premium if you really want to enter, because everybody know that the price will go up after 30 days. So why a seller of call option will sell you the call option? Because he knows that the price will go up, then why he will sell you the call option, right? So in that case, he will increase his premium. So if the spot rate is equal to the strike price, we call this at the money. So if the strike price is less than the exercise price, we call this out of money. And out of money, you have minimum call premium, right? So it's just the terminologies. So if you heard in the news that right now the option market, the call option market is in the money, what does it mean? It means the market is betting that, all the market consensus is that in future the price will go up, right? So call options premium, so depend on spot price minus strike price or exercise price plus time plus the volatility or variability. In some books we call this volatility. We explain that. So premium is more if option is in the money. Like I told you, if S minus X is a positive number, it means premium will be higher. If X minus X is a negative number, then premium will be lower. If X S is equal to X, then call premium will depend on other factors like time or sigma, which is volatility or variability, right? So what is team? What is T? T is the time period. So longer the time period, if you have option contract for 1 month, 60 days or three, so which if you have 30 days call option, its premium will be lower. If you have 60 days call option, its premium will be higher. Longer the period, premium will be higher. And this volatility or potential variability. So Florian, that question you were asking, in a matter of second, the price can go up. In a day, even can price can like go up, go down. Let me just clear this mess and then we will explain that. So like in a graph, you see dollar versus Canadian dollar. You see that like in 2 days, like in 2 days, 1 days and 2 days, you see a lot of variability, right? This is called volatility. In every hour, the price is changing. So more the price is unstable, it means higher will be the call premium because nobody know what's going to happen in future, right? Because price is showing the abrupt or some kind of different patterns. It may go up, it can go down, it can go vertically at the peak and go down at the peak. Nobody knows. Like in this, you see day 1 to day 2, it touches its lowest peak, and on the same day it touches its highest peak. So it means this stock or this option or whatever this is, right now we're talking about the call. So this call call option. So this exchange rate between Australian dollar to dollar is very unstable. Even during day, one day it is fluctuating up and down, up and down. So this is basically, we call this volatility. Volatility. Or variability of the currency. We call this sigma, right? So call premium depends on the difference between, this is spot and exercise price, time period and volatility or variability. So like futures and forward, we can also use call option to hedge and to speculate. We can hedge our payables, we can hedge product bidding, we can hedge target bidding, and we can speculate. So basically it's the same thing, but the nature of the contract is a little bit different. So let's just explore one by one. How we can hedge payables. What do we mean by payables? Are you importing or exporting? Payables means you are importing, right? When you are importing, you need to pay, right? So how can you use the currency call option? So let's talk about this. So when Pi Corporation of Seattle orders Australian goods, it makes a payment in Australian dollars to Australian exporter upon delivery. So this is the contract that you need to give us in Australian dollars. So Seattle company, Pike, they must gather or accumulate the Australian dollar at the end of the contract. They need to pay that. So their biggest risk is that when they want to convert dollar into Australian dollar may increase in value. So that's why they get into this option contract and they say, okay, an Australian dollar call option locks in a maximum rate at which Pike can exchange dollar for Australian dollar. So they lock the rate, for example, 0.53 dollar over Australian dollar. If they buy a call option, they will pay some premium, for example, of 0.01 per Australian dollar or whatsoever. So they lock, it is their option. So if the price goes down from 0.53 to 0.50 per Australian dollar, they will say that, look, I have a right to cancel this call option. So I'm canceling the call option. I don't want to buy from you at 0.53. I would be buying from the market. What if the price go up from 0.53 to 0.58? Then you say that, okay, look, I have given you the premium, so I have a right, I will exercise my right. So you are obligated. So seller of the call option will obligated to sell at 0.53. So rather going to the market and purchase at higher price, they will say that we have a contract, I'm going to buy from you at 0.53. Right? So did you notice one thing? The seller of the call option only can get premium, that's it. So that is basically the compensation against losing the right, At this, in call option, buyer purchase that option, a right to buy, and seller will basically selling a part of canceling the order or option to the buyer. Okay, you can cancel it or you can keep the contract. It's up to you, but I would be given call premium, right? So this is how you execute. So this exchange of currencies at specified strike price on the call option contract can be executed at any time before the expiration as well. So there are two types of options. One is called European option and American option. We will talk about at the end of the slide. So in one type of option, you can exercise even during the period. If you have 1 to 30 days, on 15 days, you realize that, okay, this is the maximum peak. You can just say that, I'm going to exercise my right at 15 days. So it's up to the buyer. He can exercise anywhere between 1 and 30 days. And in European option, you can only exercise at day 30th. That's it. So we'll talk about over there. But just now understand that we can also use call options to hedge our payables. In that case, we purchase call option when we are importers. We want to pay in foreign currency, and our biggest risk is price may go up. What if the price may go down? You are open to cancel the contract. So this is more suitable financial tool to hedge, right? So how firms use call options in target bidding? So in some companies, they want to sell their segment, or some companies they want to, management, they want to sell this company out. So other companies, they want to buy it, so they bid. So in that case, you can also use hedge. You can also hedge, or you can also use call option to secure your position. For example, Cali Corporation is an MNC based in Lauderdale. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry. Let's just say that Cali Corporation is an MNC based in Portland. Sorry about I think right now I cannot pronounce this. Okay, so that has bid on a project sponsored by Canadian government. If the bid is accepted, if Cali is successful to secure the bid, they would be needing approximately 500,000 Canadian dollar to purchase Canadian material and services. However, Cali will not know whether the bid is accepted until 3 months from now. You bid right now, the bid is going to be open after 3 months, and if Cali is successful, then they need to pay 500,000